Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with another pilot reaction. We are checking out the first episode of Cowboy Bebop today, and I'm very excited for this one. I have friends who aren't even that much into anime, but they still have watched this show and they're like super into it. So that speaks to how big or how wide a net this show can cast for its audience, which is, yeah, speaks volumes about the quality of the show. And it has a very interesting genre, which is space western, which the only other show I know of that fits that category would be Firefly, which I love. And I have to imagine these being the only two space westerns that I even know of, that they Firefly took some inspiration from Cowboy Bebop. So that'll be fun to see. And yeah, I'm surprised I never actually took, I didn't get to see it as a child. It seems like right up my alley, something that I would be very interested in, but perhaps it just didn't air at the right time. I didn't have access to Cartoon Network at. I only had access to Cartoon Network at my grandparents' place, so and that was like after school, so from like 3 to 6 maybe. And I'm guessing I've heard like this is more like an adult show, so maybe it was an Adult Swim, so that's why I just never saw it. But yeah, I'm excited to check it out now, and if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below, and leave a like if you want to see more. We're only going to watch the first episode for now. I'm watching a whole bunch of different pilots to see what I'm into and just checking out what's out there. But yeah, if you want to see more, leave a like, and yeah, let's get started. Ooh, that slow fade in with the color. He just gets shot. Are those like customs for entering the planet?
Hey, Spike.
Spike.
Huh?
It's
That's
ready.
what it is.
Asimov Solensen. He's our next target.
They're bounty hunters?
Listen, Jet.
This guy's a major player in the syndicate. Operates all around the asteroids.
You said bell peppers and beef.
His name's Asimov Solensen. Are you listening to me?
No.
There's
he's
no
not.
beef in here. So you wouldn't really call it bell peppers and beef.
It is when you're broke, all right?
What happened to the million Wulong reward we got for that last guy?
The
Oolong.
repair bill for that cruiser you wrecked, and the one from that shop you trashed, and the medical bill from the cop you injured. Kill the dough!
Dang. Oh, maybe it's like a warp gate? Not like to facilitate light speed travel?
I'll head over there after I hit up the cops for some clues.
All right. Then I'll check in with Old Man Bull.
You think you can trust that old codger? Nice tune, real easy.
Beef.
Taking my money like that, you cheap dogs. Why, the only reason you can even live here is because of what I done. I busted my tail to dig that gate.
For criminy sakes, you always say the same thing when you're losing. We all dug that gate together, and you know it.
I've got the vodka, but I'm afraid I'm fresh out of tomato juice.
I'm sure there's one can in the back room.
I'll check.
Premium Red Eye. You're a buyer. You know the score. Check it out.
Is that real bloody eye?
Bloody eye? Huh. Oh my god. Demonstration. Whoa! Oh, I thought he was gonna... Oh! I keep thinking he's gonna stab himself in the eye. Oh, what the heck? What the heck?
Yeah, keep those dog's eyes open.
What? He's not going down. It's making him capable of dodging the bullets? I mean, he's lucky he just took it right before they arrived. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Holy crap.
A red-eyed coyote north of town.
You, swimming bird.
Wow.
The swimming bird will meet a woman. The bird will be hunted by this woman. And then death.
One more time.
What's that?
I was killed once before. By a woman.
Wakantanka guide his spirit.
He died once before?
Damn. Just look at this. Asimov went berserk.
Oh
Maybe we
boy.
should just let the cops deal with him. As long as he's using that red eye on himself.
Yo. Tell me some more.
Gotta imagine the side effects of that are pretty bad. Take him out, Spike.
You know, it's better to just leave the water running. So you don't clog the drain.
Oh, that was the intermission? Were we halfway done with the episode? Oh.
Oops.
Sorry. Thank you. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's your hot dog.
Yeah, I can see that. Just keep it.
Oh my god. He stole a bunch.
Sorry. My stomach just took over my brain. It does that sometimes.
Really?
I'm actually a traveling performer.
I can tell when you're joking and when you're not.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Ever been to Mars?
I was born on Mars.
Must be a great place to live.
Sure, if you're rich.
Then I'm sure we will be quite happy.
Planning to escape to Mars, huh? How far do you think you'll get?
Who are you?
I'm just an old-fashioned cowboy.
You're a bounty hunter.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Asimov, that's enough. Let him go.
He listens. Oh! That was slick.
I want to get out of this life. I know that I can be happy on Mars.
Having ourselves a little nap, huh?
I had a sweet dream.
That's heartwarming. Seems Asimov's been pumping up by
He
doing
got
the
it.
stuff himself. It's called Bloody Eye.
No kidding. You know they're planning to go to Mars.
Mars?
But before that, they've got to sell these.
Taking my money like that, you cheating dogs? Why, the only reason you can even eat here is because
This-
of what I done. I busted my tail to plant those crops along with my...
It's the same guys.
We're the buddies you're talking about. You planted those seeds like there was no tomorrow. You were always planting seeds of a different kind, though.
Oh. And... Same people. Oh.
Show me. Looking for this? Do you know how much you're worth?
What?
2.5 million wulongs. That's your bounty. I said you were a small fry. You look surprised.
You look ridiculous in that outfit. I thought you weren't after my bounty.
I have to pay you back, don't I?
Ooh. Woo.
You're not a chameleon, you know. You can't see everywhere at once.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Idiot! If we lose these things, we're fragged. Do you understand?
Oh. The way she looked at him just now. He's still kicking the guys. Oh god. I was like, she's running around really well for being, like, pregnant. But, okay.
How you doing, kid?
Rotten! You're late, Jet! Huh?
Huh. Oof. Wow. No, this music with this chase scene.
Please, that stuff is going to kill you!
Oh, yeah, I think it's gonna kill him.
We'll never get out of here now. I'll never see Mars.
What? Did she just...
Adios.
Man.
It's ready.
What is it?
Special bell peppers and beef.
Alright. See you, Space Cowboy. Alright guys, consider my interest peaked. Just the general feel of the show was great. Yeah, it's been a very, very long time since I've been so impressed by a pilot or a season, start of a season to a show. And yeah, it started out with Spike in a church-like setting and him bleeding from everywhere during a shootout. And the fade from black and white to showing red in the rose and in the blood. I don't know if it was a flash forward to later in the series or flash back to something that happened before. And at this point, we're not supposed to know, so no spoilers. He said he died once before, so if that was a flashback, then there's some. Then that's definitely something. That's definitely where he died before. He also pulled out a grenade in that situation, so very interesting. And then it went to something that totally just completely set the tone for this show. The opening credits were fire. Just the visuals and the song were amazing. I'm actually gonna upload a video that's just the reaction to the opening and the end credits just for this show. And yeah, it showed two other characters that we didn't see in this episode. I guess they join a little later, though I guess not too much later. I know this show is only 26 episodes long, which seems like a huge shame. But also, I guess once the story that needs to be told is told, it's better to end it that way too. But yeah, just from space westerns, the two that I know of, which is this and Firefly, both end pretty short. So yeah. But yeah, the music and animation really set the tone. Really awesome. The trumpets and then the pizzicato of the bass. Is it bass? Yeah, bass. God, it was so good. Yeah, and I didn't know Spike was a practitioner of martial arts or that he was a bounty hunter. He says he typically doesn't go after small fry bounties, but they're kind of in need of a cash infusion stat. And they got $1 million from their last job, but they had to pay for a lot of the trouble Spike caused with the police. Kind of reminds me of Fairy Tale, where they're just completely destroying things all the time by accident. Yeah, just property damage everywhere. And they head to a place called Tijuana, presumably named after the Mexican city. And it seems to be just like an asteroid, and it's really interesting. The world building is great because from Tijuana you can actually see like another civilization just above, literally above them. It's really cool. Yeah, and it seems like Spike meets with the old bull first to get a location on Asimov Solensen, which crazy, right? Like we in a world full of high tech sci-fi terraforming asteroids and planets, what seems like light speed travel, and then Despite all that, a Native American fortune teller still works wonders, leading Spike right to Solensen and his girlfriend, or wife, I'm not entirely sure. Tijuana looks super cool. Just adds to the total ambiance of this whole episode. Really impressive. And he's trying to traffic Asimov and his partner, we'll say, are trafficking Red Eye, or Bloody Eye, and they're smuggling it under her dress, or in her dress. Yeah, but the people who he stole it from are coming for him, and he has taken it right before they arrive, though, and I can see why it's worth so much. It makes him freaking capable of dodging bullets. What's interesting is that he can dodge bullets, but I guess by the time he's fought with Spike, it had worn off a little bit, and he wasn't able to like dodge Spike's fists. But yeah, we learn a bit about Spike too. He was born on Mars. Life there is okay if you're rich. And the Solensens were trying to escape to Mars and live a happy life. The woman actually says, "I know I can be happy on Mars." She doesn't say, "I know we can be happy." She says, "I know I can be happy." Leads me to wonder if she was just using Asimov to get there. But it does look like she knows him pretty well. Like later on, when the dress gets ripped from being shot at, she does. He yells at her, and she looks at him like with a lot of surprise, like she knows he's changed. I forgot to look this up, but Spike's voice, Spike. I'm gonna actually look it up right now. Spike's voice sounded really familiar. I think I looked it up already, but I forgot who it was. Steve Bloom. Okay, Steve Bloom. I know Steve Bloom, but I'm not entirely sure from what. Let me take a quick look. Hiromi Kenshin as Shishio Makoto. Makoto? Shishio. Oh, that is insane. Shishio Makoto is... I feel like he's pretty iconic as far as anime villains go, though I guess... I don't have a good grasp of how popular Hiromi Kenshin is, but I love that as a kid. One of the only... animes I've actually watched. Steve Bloom is also in a lot of other animations. He was Amon in Legend of Korra. Oh, wow. That's intense. So that's two pretty iconic villains. I would argue Amon is probably the biggest or the best villain from... Actually, no. Zahir was the best villain from Korra, but Amon was pretty great too. Not entirely sure if I'm... I don't recognize him from any movies. Let me just scroll through video games. Okay, he hit a bunch. He's John in Brave Fencer Musashi. Oh, I love that game as a kid. Yeah, that actually sounds... I haven't played it in like 15 years at least, but wow. I totally hear it. That's insane. I know him from a lot, so... He did sound pretty familiar, but yeah, okay. But yeah, he wound up getting choked by Asimov, and he lucked out that he had like good chemistry with a woman, and she wanted to let him go. Though I don't know, maybe she would have wanted him. She didn't want blood on Asimov's hands of like innocent people, I guess. But yeah, I loved how the same group of guys were at both bars. And they were always talking about it. Like, I was the one who, like, built this planet up from the ground. Like, we were there with you. And they just happened to be unlucky and, like, be at the center of two conflicts by the same people. That fight scene was great. Yeah, just Spike had a level of cool, just moving around. Just fight choreography, really fun to watch. But yeah, like I was mentioning before, the woman was in a bit of shock when Asimov was yelling at her. From that, I think that he was probably like gentler with her, and that the drug was definitely making him aggravated. And we saw that he kept getting more and more to the point where she shot him, which I feel like there are a couple of possible explanations for that. I mean, she knew there was no way they were going to get away from the people, like the crime people they stole from, the criminals they stole from. So it's possible that she didn't want her last moments alive to be with Asimov in that state. She wanted to remember him. She wanted to hold him. It's also possible. I don't know. I think that was my main theory. But yeah, that music in that chase scene was just masterful. It's like slow, like Western music. Oh, I'm such a big fan of this show already, and I definitely will want to watch this show. We're gonna do a few more pilot reactions, but I definitely want to watch the show at some point. It is only 26 episodes long, though. That's still half a year doing one episode a week. Though to be fair, we're doing Full Metal Alchemist, and that's gonna take me more than a year. But yeah, this was great. I'm not sure what I'm doing next. I think I have it written somewhere, but I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, and if you want to watch the full reaction of this episode, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And yeah, I just finished Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. last week, and gonna finish up with Stranger Things soon, but I'm gonna hold off with starting anything new right away, just because I want to get a bit more ahead, because I've been falling behind because my back got hurt, and before that I got sick, so I've been kind of just ahead by a little bit, and it's stressful. So I'm gonna get ahead a little bit more by doing some other things. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for more. And yeah, thanks for watching.